Welcome back to my reloading room. I think this is step 3, I don't know, 2.5 on making 300 blackout brass. So we started with range brass we picked up yesterday, 223. This is Lake City, it looks like. We reformed it like that. Reformed it, leaving the 223 shoulder on it. Then the next step, in step 2, we cut the 223 shoulder off. It is inside of its max case length, but we're going to trim it anyway. This step that we're going to go over now isn't 100% required. I do it to make it a little bit easier on my trimmer. I use a Lee power trim Lee quick trim with the power trim adapter for the drill. And just to make it a little easier on the components, I go ahead and do this. So what I'm going to do, I have a Lyman case prep station, and I'm going to go ahead and chamfer and deburr all of these cases. So here's all the cases that we did, and as you can see, they're nice and flat. There's no chamfer, no deburr. It's pretty rough. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And like I said, this isn't 100% required. It'll just make your other equipment last longer, make your trimmer last a little bit longer. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So it doesn't need long, just a second or two on either side, and then I just kind of run my fingers on it. But I don't know if that'll focus on that or not, but just makes it a lot better on your other stuff, on your other equipment, if you go ahead and take this extra step. Now, I would like to go ahead and remove crimps and things like that, because most of this brass, has military crimp in it still. But I will do that after I reform it again, because I'll actually run it through the sizer a second time with the decapping pin in it. So that'll punch all the primers out, and then we can go ahead and remove the military crimps. So that'll be in a later stage. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these done. And like I said, just don't do it too long on this. Just needs a second on each one. And I just run my fingers across the outside just to make sure I still don't have a burr out there. And typically I would go ahead and run it through the case mouth, the case brush. But I'm going to be coming back to this station once I get the primers out anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the primer pockets, pull get the military crimps out, and then run it through the case neck brush once I get to that point. So, like all the other times, I'm going to go ahead and work through all this brass, and I'll get back with you with part 4.